The red and blue lights cut across the dark highway, wind rolling off the open water, traffic thin and scattered, a single car drifting too far left, then back, then left again. The officer eases in behind tires, humming radio, low, body cam blinking. On, police officer says, "Dispatch, show me stopping a Honda sedan unable to maintain lane." The car pulls over, slowly, too slowly. Brake lights pulsing, the night feels stretched. The officer steps out, boots on pavement, wind carries salt and engine heat. Police officer says, "Evening, mom, where you coming from tonight?" Suspect says, "Honda sedan." Police officer says, "Where you headed?" Suspect says, "Key West." Police officer says, "Key West." "What were you doing down there?" Suspect says, "Exploring." Silence hangs. The officer waits, lets it sit. Police officer says, "Where are you going now?" Suspect says, "Home." Police officer says, "Where is home?" Suspect says, "Sarasota." The officer looks at the road ahead, long, empty, too long a drive. Police officer says, "You driving all the way up there right now?" Suspect says, "Yes." The officer pauses, listens to a voice, flat, tight eyes, glassy in the light. Police officer says, "You have a hotel or anywhere you staying tonight?" Suspect says, "What?" Police officer says, "Do you have a hotel?" Suspect says, "You speak English, you supposed to be a cop." The air shifts, tone hardens. Police officer says, "I am speaking English. Can I see your license?" She hands it over, hands shaking a Tennessee ID. Police officer says, "You live in Florida now?" Suspect says, "I do now." Police officer says, "How long?" Suspect says, 30 days. The officer nods, looks back at the ID. Police officer says, "You will need to update this. Have you been drinking tonight?" Suspect says, "No." Police officer says, "None in Key West." Suspect says, "No." The officer steps back, watches her sway in the seat, breathing uneven. Police officer says, "Step out of the vehicle for me." She opens the door, stumbles slightly, regains balance, too late. The night feels closer now. Quiet, except for distant traffic. Police officer says, "Down in Key West, you had nothing to drink?" Suspect says, "No." Police officer says, "Not one drink?" Suspect says, "No." Police officer says, "I believe you are impaired by alcohol or drugs. Would you like to perform field sobriety exercises to clear that up?" Suspect says, "I do not think I should do whatever you are saying." Police officer says, "Yes or no?" Suspect says, "No." The pause after that feels heavy. Police officer says, "By saying no, that can be used against you. Do you understand?" Suspect says, "I feel like I am talking to an idiot." The officer exhales slowly. Police officer says, "You crossed the lane multiple times. Place your hands behind your back." The cuffs click metal on skin. Her voice rises sharp, angry. Suspect says, "I am not talking to you." The officer checks the car, clears. It guides her toward the cruiser. Suspect says, "I do not like it. You are not a good person." The door opens. She resists. Body stiff, seatbelt dangling. Police officer says, "Sit down." Suspect says, "No." Second officer steps in firm close. Second officer says, "Do you want to get pepper sprayed?" She refuses, locks her legs. The radio crackles, call signs, numbers. Second officer says, "You are getting in the car." She refuses again. The officers count together, lift, guide, push. She curses, thrashes, laughs. Second officer says, "You caught another charge." Suspect says, "For what?" Second officer says, "Resisting." She argues, voice hoarse, anger spilling everywhere. The car door shuts, silence for half a breath. The ride to the station feels endless, street lights sliding across her face, jaw clenched, eyes darting inside the precinct. Fluorescent lights hum, cold, sterile. She tries to stand again and again. Deputy says, "Sit down." Suspect says, "Do not touch me." Hands guide her back chair, scrapes. Deputy says, "Every time you stand up, that is another charge." She smiles, defiant, unbothered. The breath test comes up. Deputy says, "Will you provide a sample?" Suspect says, "No." Time slows, paperwork waiting, echoing footsteps. Her words turn cruel, loud, directed at everyone. No one. Deputy says, "Stop resisting." Suspect says, "You are hurting me." Her wrists strain, muscles tense, anger turning to exhaustion. The nurse clears her. The door opens again. Deputy says, "Once we are clear, you are in our charge." She laughs, then goes quiet. Hours pass, voices fade, energy drains, finally stillness. She sits breathing, heavy eyes, unfocused. The night that began on the highway ends behind concrete walls. No applause, no music, just the low buzz of lights and paperwork sliding across a desk. When stories like this unfold, they are not just headlines, they are real moments captured in real time. If you find yourself watching these stories and wanting to understand what really happens during police encounters, this channel is here for that more real crime. And Bodycam stories continue here. Stay connected, and I will see you in the next one.